Test Drive with Graeme Fletcher.
On this edition of Test Drive, we're going to take a look at the replacement for the original minivan. This is Chrysler's new NS Magic Wagon. Now, in all of their press paraphernalia, they say it's going to leapfrog the competition, specifically the Windstar. Will it? We'll have the answer at the end of this Test Drive.
Perhaps the single biggest advantage the original Magic Wagon enjoyed was its versatility in terms of the models offered. You could order the vehicle quite literally any way you wanted it. Well, that advantage has been retained. The latest edition is available in both long and short wheelbase versions, is available in front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, has a choice of 2 transmissions and no fewer than 4 different engines. The engines available are a 2.4 litre 4-cylinder and 3 V6s, a 3 litre, a 3.3 and a 3.8. The 3.8 in our tester is rated at 166 horsepower and 227 pounds-feet of torque. Off the line, the Caravan pulls well, with the mid-range performance being much better than average. The advantage here is that if you use the vehicle to its capacity, the engine still delivers ample performance, and it does so without becoming overly noisy or harsh. Matched with this engine is an electronically controlled 4-speed automatic transmission that comes complete with overdrive. While the shifts are smooth and precise for the most part, the transmission has an odd trait. During the shift between first and second, the engine's output is reduced momentarily. Now, this is done to smooth out the shift. The irony is that it has the exact opposite effect because the whole vehicle shudders during the process. Over an extended period, this could cause trouble. The suspension on the Magic Wagon is comprised of McPherson struts up front and single leaf springs in the rear. The ride comfort offered is very good, rivaling the best in class. Large bumps are swallowed in stride, and the harshness that was evident in the old van has been all but eliminated. In terms of handling, this van is quite competent, displaying little in the way of body roll, and at speed the wider track and improved suspension design impart a degree of stability that is very reassuring. Factor in the high seating position and improved all-round visibility, and the Caravan again reaches best-in-class status. The front disc rear drum brake system comes complete with standard anti-lock. During the brake test, the system worked to perfection. The pedal is easily modulated, the feel crisp, and the ABS only kicks in when absolutely necessary. For the record, I required 119 feet to stop from 80 kilometers an hour.
A lot of manufacturers have shied away from putting a sliding door on the left side of the vehicle because of the perceived dangers when it comes to refueling. What happens if little Johnny wants to get out while you've got the gas nozzle stuck in there? No problem. They've put an interlock in. Now, Chrysler suggests that 66% of these new vans are going to come with this optional door, and at just $615, I can't disagree with that figure.
Perhaps the area of greatest improvement is the interior. All of the shortcomings of the past have been addressed. The power windows and lock buttons, which used to sit too close to the driver, have been relocated so that they now fall readily to hand. The radio and climate controls sit in the right place, with the latter offering separate controls for driver and passenger. A thoughtful feature are the vents that sit in the end of the front doors. Now, these things improve airflow to the rear immensely. The dash is analog and easy to read, and the cruise control sits on the steering wheel, making it easy to use. Elsewhere, there is plenty of interior storage space, cup holders, and a handy power outlet in the rear.
Would you believe it? At long last, the penny has finally dropped. There's a handle on the tailgate. Now you don't have to go to the front to gain access to the rear. They've added a neat set of wheels to the seats, so you simply slide them forward. That's the seats locked in position. With all the seats removed, this vehicle will hold a 4x8 sheet with the tailgate shut.
While the wheels on the rear seat make it easier to maneuver inside the vehicle, it still takes 2 to lift the seat out. The seats themselves are nicely contoured, offering excellent comfort. This holds true from the power driver's seat to the captain's chairs in the center row. The other item worthy of note is that there is ample head and legroom in all positions. Now, this goes down to the wider track and expanded exterior dimensions. On the safety front, the Caravan scores very well. You'll find ABS, adjustable upper seatbelt anchors in both the first and second row, childproof door locks on both rear doors, plus, for the first time, headrests are now standard on the rear bench seat. Dual airbags are also standard. The interesting point here is that they are of the seamless variety which cleans up the dash very nicely.
Well, that's it from the paleontologist playground in the Badlands and the test drive on Chrysler's newest Magic Wagon. You know, this vehicle should leapfrog the competition because Chrysler have addressed the majority of the shortcomings of the old vehicle. However, if there is a drawback, it looks far too much like the Windstar. You have to wonder who was looking over whose shoulder.